What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 13 of the Road to Glory with FC United of Manchester. So, yeah, this is the review of the October month as well as the first game of November, and I will be playing the second game of November in a second. So let's go straight onto the fixtures to begin with, just so you can see what's going on, and it's not been the best month. So in the last episode, if you watched it, we played Chesterfield, and they are top of the league. They did beat us 2-1. It was a pretty 50-50 game, and for the game I actually rambled a lot of it. Upon reflection, kind of having, looked at the stats and stuff, we probably had the better of the ball, but just didn't create good enough opportunities for ourselves. So that was very disappointing, but I really wanted to bounce back this month, and really, we've not won in our last 5 league games, but we've had a nice little cup run going, and we are now in the first round of the FA Cup. And the draw's been pretty kind to us in the sense that the teams that we've got to play, or will be playing, that it hasn't been decided yet, because I think the team we got drew against, they've got their game, like the match replay, to be played. But we're in the first round, and either of the teams is going to be in our division. So if we can win that'll put us into the second round of the FA Cup, and that'll be really good for revenue. And if we could get to the third round and just get away to a big Premier League club, that would be amazing. But anyway, enough rambling about the FA Cup. This was a game against Stalesbury and Stalebridge Celtic. My gosh, I can't get my words out. And this was another game where we probably didn't have enough chances to win the game, but we probably deserved to get a draw from it. So we did end up losing 3-2. We went 2-0 down, pulled it back, then let it slip again, got back to 3-2, and for the last 20 minutes we really were hammering on the door, but we just couldn't, seem to get that goal to get an all-important point. But anyway, they scored there. That was a good goal for them. And they got another goal shortly afterwards in the 32nd minute. We didn't really clear the corner, giving them too much space in our area, and the ball does eventually dribble down to the feet of Pepper, who peppers it into the back of the net. Fortunately for us, we did get a goal back just before the half-time mark. It was another one of our kind of classic well-worked goals where we're just passing and moving, spreading teams wide with our 2 wing players. Wright has been absolutely fantastic this season. And York is now coming back from injury. He's had a little run of form, and it's good to see him playing again, because if you remember last episode, he was injured for a lot of the game, so it was disappointing to sign him and then for him to be injured for, I think it was a month or 2. But now he's kind of fit and running again and back to match fitness. It's been really kind of a joy to see him play. Another player who's really impressed so far this year has been State at right back. He's had a lot of the play when I've been watching the games. A lot of the ball comes to him, and he's looked really good. His potential rating's gone through the roof since the start of this year, and he's now considered one of the best players at the club, which is fantastic to see for, I think he's 21 or 22 years old as a right back. And then this was our second goal of the game. Evans with the header, doing what he does best. And Evans, in fact, Adam Evans, Alex Evans even, who we got from as a free agent. If you've been following the January transfer window, you'll know he's gone to a championship side, and I can't remember what the side was now. But just considering that I got him at FC United Manchester when I was in the non-league, for him to now be at a championship club, I know it's a game and it's not accurate, but he looks like he could still have a career ahead of him, and it is a shame that a lot of players like himself get released by clubs, in League 1, League 2, Championship as a youth players, and a lot of them just don't make it. They might just play non-league football for the rest of their lives. So to see him getting picked up is nice to see. This was the second round of the FA Cup against Buxton, and Davies scored a wonder goal, and he kind of just freezes from the shot, hitting it into the top corner from about 30 yards out. That was an insane goal. That was, wonder strike that got us through to the 4th round of the FA Cup. We drew 0-0 with Nuneaton, which was disappointing, to be honest. If I show you the stats just really quickly, we dominated the game. We really, 21 shots, 5 on target, 60% possession. It was gutted. I was pretty gutted that we didn't win that game, but it's just one of those things where it's a point, but it should have been 2 more. And then we had our final game, or rather the first game of this month, but I wanted to do the league game against Halifax. as the first game of the month. But we played Cheshire United, who are a non-league team. What league are they in? Let's check quickly. They're in the... Okay, they got promoted, and they're in the Blue Square Bet South. Okay, I didn't even know that. They're in one of the kind of southern non-league divisions, and so I didn't really... I haven't come across them. There's quite a lot of leagues, obviously, with this database that I have added in, and it's hard to keep tabs. So they're not a bad team. This was a good 2-0 away win. I played the control philosophy for the first half, and they were just getting the ball too much, and we couldn't get men forward, I guess, when we did have the ball. And then from the second half, I played counter-attack because they were pushing really hard up, and it seemed to work in the second half with 2 goals. First one coming from Norton, and I have a feeling the next one came from Kirby, I want to say. But you'll see here, this was a really well-worked goal, and we hit them on the counter. We absorbed quite a lot of pressure here. Ball is worked well by here by King to Evans to Kirby. Ball gets spread out to the right here by State, and as I said, he's been a really good player this season with the ball. And then Kirby spreads the ball to right. Oh, it might have been Right who scores this. It was Right. Right with a good finish there, and that was really what I was talking about stretching teams wide with our 2 wide men. Wright's been fantastic this year. As you know, he was here when I first came to the club. He's really kind of stepped up, and in his last 5 games, he's averaged a rating of almost 7, but in 2 of his last 5, he's averaged ratings of 7.3 and 7.5. But he's just been a really good player for us this year. Other standout performers really this year, just before we get on into the game, Evans has been fantastic. Grieve, when he's played, has been really good. Norton's been good up top, although he's only scored 6 and 11, which for a lone goal scorer, I know a goal every other game isn't bad, but I guess he needs a bit more support from his midfield scoring goals. But we have got goals in our team, and I believe it's only a matter of time before we see, I guess, us hammering teams rather than really struggling against them. Joyce has been away on loan, as you'll remember. He's at Fidel, and he's done well. I mean, his average ratings aren't amazing, but he's getting some good starting football there. 3 goals in 9 games. The guy is only 19. He is a long-term replacement for Norton potentially next year, and his stats aren't too bad. So it's good to see him get in first-team football. But anyway, on to today's game. It's against FC Halifax Town, who are 3rd in the league. As we look at the league, where we are 12th, we have got a game in hand, and if we were to win that, we'd go into the playoff places, assuming teams around us who also have games in hand didn't win, which obviously isn't going to be the case. But we are within touching distance of, I guess, the playoff positions. Chester really running away with the league this year, so it's going to be tough to catch up with them. But we've got a strong squad, and I have faith. I'm going to just ask the assistant to pick this and run it by. Holland's come in for right. York. I'm putting York on the right. McDermott, Wilson. That looks okay. That's probably the team I'd go with a lot of the time. A few changes, but actually, who is it? Who's it? Tired King. Right, we'll give King a rest because Grieve isn't a bad player. So anyway, this is a home game against Halifax Town, who are near the top of the league, and I feel like the best defence is to go very aggressive from the off against these guys. So let's get straight into this. Hopefully we can have a good game here. I have faith in my team to do well. What should we go with? Calm. Go and enjoy yourselves. That'll do. I don't want to be too harsh on the team because we have been unlucky in our last few games, and we have been winning in the cup. We've just not been winning enough in the league. So hopefully we can turn things around this game. I better just check the highlights are on key. They are indeed. So this is exciting. I need a win here, really. A win would be good because it would put us right back up there with contention. This is one of the teams who are within touching distance in the playoffs. I think it's Kidderminster. I want to say Kidderminster. And they've just scored. Oh God, it's a set piece. But no, Kidderminster and Chester have really run away with the league this year in terms of getting a nice lead on the pack, and so I don't feel as if we're going to win the league. So playoffs has really got to be an aim still for us this year. I feel as if it's a matter of time before we start winning games. We are coming close, and as I say this, they're really knocking on the door here. Get it out. But no, we've really knocked on the door. Get it out again. Oh my gosh, get it. Oh, thank God. Someone's got to close. Oh, okay, that'll do. Jesus, my heart's going already. 30 minutes in. But no, they've not got. Look, 2 corners, lads. 2 corners. You see, we're in control of the ball. I should probably get help match stats so I can actually see what's happening. Jesus, they're creating a lot of chances. I might switch to counter here, which is a bit negative being at home. And we are having the ball. It's almost as if they're hitting us on the counter. I did switch to control. Go on, Holland. McDermott smashes it. Yes, boys. 2-1. Go collect the ball, my son. That's a good goal. He scored a few like that. But no, that's good to see. But we need to start. I mean, they're in control of the game. We need to get the ball, not be hit on the counter. I'm going to be aggressive here. Show me something else. We had, I guess, a good end scoring a goal there. But to be honest, 2-1 down away and home at Halifax. If you told me at the start of the season I might be disappointed with this, considering our latest run of results. I mean, we've not won in 5 in the league. 2-1 would be respectable. It'd be nice to win a point though. This is kind of one of those games where I'd mark it down at the start of the season being this is a game we should really get a point in if possible. So hopefully the team can do a job here. We're not really creating anything and it looks like they're really hammering the door down, trying to get in. 20 minutes left, Carolan's been booked. That's always a good sign. We need a goal though. We need a goal. McDermott, Brooksby, State. Oh, State giving away the ball there after I've bigged him up so much. Mark the guy in the centre. Guy in centre scored. Oh, you could see it. He just wandered in from the back post and neither of the defenders picked him up. That's disappointing. I might as well go overload here. And I'll go a bit fluid. And hopefully we can maybe get a goal back. I'm actually doubting myself here. We've not created anything in this game. You can see. I kind of feel like we have a good squad to finish mid-table, but we just need to add a few bodies perhaps in January to really bulk up our squad and give us a fighting chance at qualifying for the playoffs. But anyway, that was the game against FC Halifax Town. We'll see where we finish in terms of league placement. That's disappointing again though. That's bummed me out a little bit. We are still 13th and we have got a few games in hand on teams around us. There's a few teams who have played 16. There are a few teams who have played 14. We are still 7 points clear of the drop and we are only 4 points off the playoffs as things stand. So I feel as if we're still in contention. We've just got to start winning games this month. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This was the episode 13 of The Road to Glory with FC United Manchester. It's me, Jack. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as always. If you could smash the like button, that's awesome and always appreciated. And other than that guys, I'll talk to you in a bit.